Cookouts, family gatherings, carnivals, picnics, and fireworks are the first things that come to mind when we hear 4th of July holiday. But do you ever take a moment and think about what this day means to our country and how it came about? When the Pilgrims came to the new country, they worked hard to establish a place where rules mattered and everyone was allowed to reach for their dreams, whether it was religious freedom, freedom to talk about all subjects, or to strive for wealth and a better life. In 1776, the 13 colonies sent representatives to support the Declaration of Independence that was signed in July. When the American Revolutionary War began in 1775, few colonists in the British North America openly advocated independence from Great Britain. Support for independence grew steadily in 1776, especially after the publication of Thomas Paine's pamphlet, Common Sense. It spoke of advocating independence from Great Britain to the people in the 13 colonies. Writing in clear and persuasive prose, Paine marshaled moral and political arguments to encourage common people in the colonies to fight for equal representation in government. It made public a persuasive and impassioned case for independence. And would you believe, it still remains the all-time best-selling American title and is still in print today. In the Second Continental Congress, the movement towards independence was guided principally by an informal alliance of delegates, eventually known as the Adams League, after Samuel Adams, John Adams of Massachusetts, and Richard Henry Lee of Virginia. The Declaration explained why the 13 colonies were at war with the Kingdom of Great Britain, regarding themselves as 13 independent sovereign states, no longer under British rule. With the Declaration, these new states took a collective first step towards forming the United States of America. The Declaration justified the independence of the United States by listing 27 colonial grievances against King George III and by asserting certain natural and legal rights, including a right of revolution. Its original purpose was to announce independence, and reference to the text of the Declaration were just a few in the following years. By the time that the Declaration of Independence was adopted in July of 1776, the 13 colonies in Great Britain were at war for more than a year. Now, relations had been deteriorating between the colonies and the mother country since 1763. Parliament had enacted a series of measures to increase revenue from the colonies, such as the Stamp Act of 1765 and the Townshend Act of 1767. Parliament believed that these acts were a legitimate means of having the colonies pay their fair share of costs to keeping them in the British Empire. Many colonists, however, had developed a different concept of the empire. The colonies were not directly represented in Parliament, and the colonists argued that Parliament had no right to levy taxes upon them. This tax dispute was part of the larger grievances between British and American interpretations of the British Constitution and the extent of Parliament authority in the colonies. The orthodox British view, dating through the Glorious Revolution of 1688, was that Parliament was the supreme authority throughout the empire, and so by definition, anything that the Parliament did was constitutional. In the colonies, however, the idea had developed that the British Constitution recognized certain fundamental rights that no government could violate, not even the Parliament. After the Townshend Act, some essayists even began to question whether Parliament had any legitimate jurisdiction in the colonies at all. Anticipating the arrangement of the British Commonwealth, by 1774, American writers such as Samuel Adams, James Wilson and Thomas Jefferson were arguing that Parliament was the legislature of Great Britain only, and that the colonies, which had their own legislators, were connected to the rest of the empire only through their allegiance to the crown. The war was fought, and in the end, America won, and we did gain our independence. Now, has it been smooth? No, it hasn't. Even though this document states that all men were equal, it took another war less than 100 years later to make this right. We are not a perfect nation by any means, but I believe that we are one of the greatest nations. We have free speech that gives us the right to disagree with our government, each other, and not be afraid of retaliation as long as we are peaceable in doing so. We have the ability to protect ourselves, and we have the protection from other countries through our brave men and women in the military, and in protection against unreasonable seizures and searches. We have the right to worship our God in the way that we believe, and the government is not allowed to tell us how we can worship, when we can worship, or who we can worship. I truly believe we must teach our children about how this great country came to be and where we are today. We must teach them respect and how to work within the laws to gain what they think are their rights. As we celebrate this Independence Day, we need to look at the blessings we have, the changes we think that are needed, and come together as a country to establish unity. As our great musical theme, the Star-Spangled Banner, reminds us, as our flag still waves over the land of the free and the home of the brave. God bless America.
This past week was lightning safety. An overview of lightning safety. There is no safe place outside when thunderstorms are in the area. If you hear thunder, you are likely within striking distance of a storm. Just remember, when thunder roars, go indoors. Too many people wait far too long to get to a safe place when thunderstorms approach. Unfortunately, these delayed actions lead to too many of the lightning deaths and injuries in the U.S. The best way for you to protect yourself from lightning is to avoid the threat. You simply don't want to be caught outside in a storm. Have a lightning safety plan and cancel or postpone activities early if thunderstorms are expected. Monitor weather conditions and get to a safe place before weather becomes threatening. Sustainable buildings and hardtop vehicles are safe options. Rain shelters, small sheds, and open vehicles are not safe. When inside, do not touch anything that is plugged into an electrical outlet. Cell phones and cordless phones are safe. Also, keep away from outside doors and windows and do not lie on a garage floor. Stay tuned after the weekly forecast for a video on an introduction into lightning and lightning safety. Monday, partly sunny with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Monday night, mostly cloudy, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 91 and a low around 73. Tuesday, partly sunny, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Tuesday night, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 88 and a low around 72. Wednesday, partly sunny, a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday night, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 87 and a low around 71. Thursday, partly sunny, 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 87 and a low around 71. Friday, partly sunny, a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high near 88.
Hello, I'm John Jensenius, a lightning safety specialist with the National Lightning Safety Council. Lightning can be fascinating to watch, but it's also extremely dangerous. Every year there are about 20 million cloud-to-ground lightning flashes in the United States, and each one of those flashes is a potential killer. In fact, in the past 10 years, lightning has claimed the lives of more than 250 people in the United States, and it's injured thousands more. Our goal at the National Lightning Safety Council is simply to reduce the number of people killed or injured by lightning. We share that goal with our partners in the National Weather Service, the media, and many groups and organizations. So first, let me explain a few facts about lightning. Lightning can strike outward about 10 miles from a thunderstorm, which is about the distance that you can hear thunder from the storm. What should that tell you? Well, if you hear thunder, even a distant rumble, you're likely within striking distance of the storm. And I should point out, if the sky looks threatening, don't wait for that first flash of lightning or first rumble of thunder. That first flash can be just as deadly as any other flash in the storm. So if you're planning an outside activity this summer, here are some tips to help keep you safe. First, plan ahead. Know where you're going to go for safety and how long it will take you to get there. Second, listen to the forecast. If thunderstorms are predicted, consider canceling or postponing the activity, especially if you won't be able to get to a safe place quickly. Third, if you do go out, monitor the weather. Keep a watchful eye on the sky, and if possible, check the weather on mobile devices while you're out there. Fourth, if you hear thunder or the sky looks threatening, get to a safe place immediately. Never ignore the signs of a developing or approaching storm. And finally, wait 30 minutes after the last thunder before returning outside. Summer is a great time to get out of the house and enjoy the outdoors, but it's also important to do so safely. When you're outside, just remember the saying, when thunder roars, go indoors. For more information, please visit our website at lightningsafetycouncil.org. And thank you for listening.
My name is Seth Brown. I'm with the Pickwick Chicks, and this is my first year coaching Cotton States. I played like 2 years ago when I was in high school, but this is my first year coaching. I'm helping with the college team here, and then I have my own junior high team in July. I played for 2 summers in high school, my sophomore and junior year, but this is my first time coaching, yes ma'am. I played since I was 5, T-ball, all the way up to high school, and then in college at MCC right now, but I'm not playing baseball. So about 15 years. I play shortstop and second base most of my career, and then I played a little bit of catcher and pitched a little bit, but they were not my strong suit. Actually, I was not starting varsity, and we were beating the team really bad, and he put in the second stringers, and I got to make a diving play in the hole. And as a freshman, you get put on a high horse there, and you know all the upperclassmen are cheering you on, and it was just a good feeling to get to be on the varsity team and to get to make a play like that and feel like I contributed. I love it. I think it's a great league to better your skills, but to also get healthy coaching and experienced coaching. I think that the competition here is next level as well. You're going to see competition that is as good or better that you're going to face during the season, and then the coordination here is amazing. Communication is amazing. I mean, it's top notch for summer league, definitely. And they have different age groups. Like I'm doing junior high in July, and then you got high school and college, and you just kind of get to see a whole bunch of different aspects of the game, and it's all going on at one time on 4 fields, which is crazy. I mean, you got 4 fields, and only 2 of them are high school and junior high. 2 of them are college, so I mean, the scheduling, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time to really think this out, and they do a really, really well job of it.
Zach Salas.
And who you play with?
I play with the Chicks, catcher, and third base pretty much all my life. You're always going to make mistakes. You just got to keep fighting through it.
Name's Senator Holland. I play for Strayhorn High School in Albany, Mississippi. And small town in the woods, probably can't find it, but it's a good ball club to play for. I play pitcher and first base. I've always pitched all my life, ever since 9U. I've enjoyed it. It's probably my favorite position to play. I just love baseball. Probably when I was playing 10U ball and it was a runner on third and first for the World Series championship, I needed one more strikeout, and I got it, and we got the big trophy ring. So that's probably my favorite most memory. Just stay persistent, don't give up, just keep working every day. You never know what could happen, and just give it your all every day. That's probably the best advice I give.
I'm Daniel Meeks, and I'm from Stancil, Mississippi, and I play on Stancil High School. I play outfield and I pitch. This is only our second game, but I'm pitching tomorrow. I've played since I've been able to play T-ball, but I've played high school since I could. Yeah, I used to play football and basketball, but I like baseball the best. Don't give up and just have fun and just keep working on stuff. I'm from Blue Mountain College, and I play shortstop for the Tippah County Tribe. I've been playing baseball since I was 8 years old. Shortstop, always. Favorite player, Derek Jeter, gotta be. Always influential, always looked up to the guy. So, I mean, that's the only reason I loved it. Don't stop working. There's always some way to get better, always. You never know, an opportunity may arise, somebody may get hurt. Just keep working hard every day. With the Tippah County Tribe, we played the Dealers in the championship game last year, and we won 4-0 on a one-hitter by Braden Quisenberry, and it was against my cousin Jeff King that coaches the Dealers, so it felt pretty good. After playing with the Dealers my first summer here and then coming back and beating them, it felt pretty good.
I'm Blake Dallas. I go to Christian Brothers University, and I'm a pitcher. My longest pitch game, I probably got up to 140 or so it was a long game. Yeah, we didn't have anybody in the pen, so it was just kind of, it had to be that way.
Did you win?
Ooh, I don't know. Probably. I've been playing since about 7 or 8, just with a family and stuff like that. It was probably my choice, but I wouldn't know. I hit dingers and strike kids out. That's all I got.
I'm Jeff Cook. I'm from New Albany, Mississippi. I coach the Hill Country Generals. I'm also a 24-year educator, coach, teacher. So I'm at South Pontotoc currently. I was the head baseball at Columbus and at Ripley. It was neighborhood. Grew up in New Albany on Richland Circle, and had my neighbors, Bill Rosenthal and David Good, and we played baseball when I was growing up, so I started playing there. Actually, I coach a Team Mississippi during the summers. Had the privilege to coach eight major league guys, very talented guys. Right now, Austin Riley, that's with the Atlanta Braves, was on that team. He was a special talent. He's a great kid, too. We've coached Mitch Moreland, Tim Dillard, Brian Dozier, Corey Dickerson, Brandon Woodruff from Mississippi State. So been around a lot of great players. Probably the most talented one I've ever coached is probably Austin Riley. When I moved back in 2014 from being the head baseball coach at Columbus, came back for a football job to move back in the area to be closer to my parents. Go to church with Frank and known the Creekmores for a long time, and just they asked me to fill in one weekend, and then the next year I took over on the team. So, I like the college guys. Because they're about business and they're about getting their at bats. My son's a senior in high school, so I've coached high school. I've coached junior high. I started the junior high program back in 1995 at Ripley for the first time we ever had a baseball in junior high. So, I like it. I just love baseball. Even the best are going to strike out. Just got to come up there with the attitude that next time, I'm going to get it done. That is the great thing about baseball. Everybody gets another chance until it's taken away from you. So it's just a great game. A bunch of individuals that come together as a team, and it's just I've been blessed to be around this great game for so long.